Black Ops 7 was revealed today, and for the zombies community, we have quite a few things to talk about from the new footage. I've spliced together all of the new zombies footage, first from the reveal, and then also from the segment during the Black Ops 7 Direct, for all of you zombies fans to enjoy without having to sift through the videos yourself. I'm going to play this now, and once it is done, we will discuss all the details.
Fog that parts and swirls when you run through it, and truly,
we're pulling out all the stops with round-based zombies this year. After the events of Black Ops 6, our crew is now trapped in the dark ether. This is a whole new universe to explore in zombies, where the team's creativity can absolutely run wild. Our crew is essentially in prison here. No need to fight to discover a way to escape this reality. As if that wasn't enough, they've just come face to face with an alternate incarnation of our original crew, Richtofen, Takio, Nikolai, and Dempsey, with no idea who they are or why they're here.
We're delivering a truly massive round-based map at launch, packed with new features, as well as the return of survival maps for the first time since Black Ops 2.
It's going to be one hell of a ride, and you won't have to wait long to see more. Our official zombies reveal is only weeks away. Until then, we'll leave you with this.
And that is what they showed us today. So let's talk about all the things we saw and what we can expect for Black Ops 7 based on what we know so far. So let's talk about everything that we were able to see. First up here we have just a zombie, nothing special. There we've got the Reckoning logo in the background, which means probably what we saw in that cinematic is that we're starting most likely in a part of Reckoning, because that symbol right there in the middle of the screen was inside the Reckoning map and in the final cutscene. So we're likely starting somewhere in a Reckoning version within this new transit that we're going to be getting. And then we move past it. This is most likely going to be our new Wonder vehicle, which has an Abomination head strapped to the front that you can see lighting up there. And then apparently a Wonderwaff type weapon on top that can be manned by a player. This is most likely replacing the bus, which is a bit concerning that we are going to have full control over the driving. People complain about, the war zonification of this mode, and now we have this, which, okay, Terminus is one thing, the islands are not the main part of the map, but in a transit-like map, moving between the areas, that's the point of the map. What we were hoping for was more control over the bus in terms of like a bus pass or something that we can tell the bus, hey, come to my location so that we can leave, and then you just follow whatever path it sets off on and hop off when you're ready. This being full control is a bit concerning, but I guess we'll have to see how it plays, won't we? So there's that vehicle. This is a look at Farm, which we'll cover in a little bit, but it is also being used as a cutaway survival map, just like it was in Black Ops 2. So a cool shot here. It does look a little bit different than what we were used to. It's not quite the same, but we'll see how that plays as we see more footage. The big news here is Dead Ops Arcade 4 is coming back, or if they call it a different name, it might not be Dead Ops 4, but every other one has just been a number tagged on the end, so most likely just Dead Ops 4 coming back. This is huge for people that love Dead Ops. Not my biggest thing, but for people that love it, it's great. They said that this is as big as its own game, essentially, which is kind of one of my complaints with the third version of Dead Ops. I felt like there was too much going on, but we'll see what happens. There's no way to know until we actually get our hands on it how this is going to play out, but I think 3 went a little too far. There was just kind of too much going on, where it wasn't the same enjoyable arcadey aspect that is in the name Dead Ops Arcade. So we'll see what happens here. Some cool looking areas. That's a cool new looking boss that has a big ass hammer, that's for sure. So that thing looks cool. Don't know what it is. Love it though. You can see a vermin on the ground there, so vermin are going to be a part of this too. Will this ever play into the story of zombies? I don't know if they're going to do that here or if it's going to be its own thing. It looks like there's a toxic zombie down there as well. Then we cut to this. This is from the Direct, talking about how Fog moves with the players in a really cool way or whatever. This is most likely in a fog area of the new transit type map. Nothing really to see here other than this is a fog part of the map and there are zombies in it. From what we've been told, the fog areas of the map between the points of interest are going to be not following the rules of round-based zombies, where even if you're on round 1 or 2 or 3, these zombies may behave as if you're on round 20, and maybe they have the health of a round 20 zombie. So it is very dangerous to be in there, which is why the Wonder Vehicle is going to be very helpful, or potentially other modes of transportation if they're added in the future. This is a follow-up to that. They're just showing zombies chasing people. This is most likely in the farm survival map. And then now we'd have the direct from Kevin Drew. So yeah, the direct part, we're going to just let this play a little bit on a quieter volume, get to a point that's important, and we'll talk about it and move on through this.
Who is essentially in prison here. No need to fight to discover a way to escape this reality. As if that wasn't enough, they've just come face to face with an alternate incarnation of our original crew, Richtofen, Takio, Nikolai, and Dempsey. With no idea.
So, yes, this is an alternate crew, which was theorized that it's not Primus, it's not Ultimus, it's something entirely different. They have been trying to bring these characters back without shitting on the legacy that they left behind in Black Ops 4. We'll see if that happens. At least, the very least, we know that this is not the same characters, so that story technically still ended, but depending how they do this, it could still very easily be interpreted that this crew being here does ruin the story of Black Ops 4. We'll see what happens when the game comes out and the story gets revealed, but for now, they're at least trying to go in the right direction with this, so I can be happy about that. He did mention that our crew is essentially imprisoned here, which is interesting. We'll see if that's imprisoned by these 4 or by the other person that we're going to see in a little bit in the direct that, if you remember, had the 2 zombie heads. We'll talk about that when that comes up.
Idea who they are or why they're here.
We're delivering a truly massive ground-based map at launch, packed with new features.
So that's a great shot that I'm just going to interrupt this for, is this Takio shot. Doing classic Takio things, alright? This gets zombies players hyped. He's using a sword, he's taking out zombies, double headshot with the sword. Love to see it. Curious how they're going to handle the voice actor situation there, but that's not for me to really discuss at this point. I can't say how Tom Kane may feel about that or won't.
As well as the return of survival maps for the first time since Black Ops 2.
It's going to be.
So what he means here, talking about the return of survival maps for the first time since Black Ops 2, technically we've had survival maps, if you want to call that. Liberty Falls would be the closest to a survival map. All he means is that they are maps that you hop in and there is no story, there is nothing, you just kill zombies. Technically you could play any map like that if you wanted to, but in this instance it means when you spawn in, yeah, you might have some doors and stuff to open, but you can just go in, start playing right away, have all the things nearby you. You don't have to do a quest to open Pack-a-Punch or get a wonder weapon or whatever. You can just hit the box, you can buy wall guns, you can get some perks, you can Pack-a-Punch, all of that stuff. It's right there. So that's what they're getting at this time. The one survival map is going to be Farm, cut away from Transit. They plan to add more survival maps through the life of Black Ops 7, but we don't yet know what those maps will be.
It's going to be one hell of a ride, and you won't have to wait long to see more. Our official Zombies reveal is only weeks away. Until then, we'll leave you with this.
So I'm going to cut them off. A few weeks away from the full reveal of Zombies. That's going to be exciting. Then, of course, we had this moment. So this is really the biggest part of this trailer that gives us most hype as Zombies fans, and that's because we don't even really know exactly what this is. There's really only 2 options that I can come up with right now. One being that this is the Shadow Man, like people were suspecting based on some cinematics from MW3 and leading into Black Ops 6. However, this really doesn't fit his vibe. You know, the skulls thing, just generally the vibe. It doesn't really match what he does. And so I can't imagine this being him. He's a bit more, gonna use the wrong words here, but he feels a little more prim and proper with how he does things. And also he is an apothecary, and I'm not really getting those vibes here. So I'm curious who this is. It really does feel like it's a completely new person. However, somebody we've been hearing about, because while we heard Panos talking about how he was trapped in the dark ether and was hearing a voice guiding him and talking to him, we kind of all assumed that this dark shadowy voice was the Shadow Man, but seeing this might very well be the person that was speaking to Panos. And if it's not the Shadow Man, then who it is exactly is not clear, but that's where it's going to be fun to discover who this is and what they're doing and why they have two zombies' heads with them. I think it's a really cool vibe. I think that was a really good way to send off a lot of this information that we got today by giving us a big question to theorize going into the future. I have to hope that this is a new person, but who knows what they'll do. They love to bring stuff back, so there's a very good chance that this is going to be something we've seen before or heard of before, and perhaps it isn't going to be that exciting, but we will have to just wait and see. So for now, that covers everything that came out today footage-wise. I was not privileged enough to go to Treyarch, of course, and play. I've only got 100 subs, so of course I didn't go there. So I don't have any of that insider information for you guys. Not that there was a ton of that anyway, because those folks got hit with NDAs. Oops. So for now, this is a good start to the marketing. I'm very curious how it's going to evolve, especially in a few weeks once we get more information. I want to know what locations are available in this new transit type map. What are they actually calling the map? How are we getting around? Is it really just going to be this fully player controlled vehicle? Is Ted going to exist at any point in this world? I don't really know. So I look forward to figuring these things out. Let me know what you think down in the comments below of Black Ops 7 Zombies so far. Are you excited to see what it's going to bring to the table? Are you going to even play it? I know a lot of people didn't like Black Ops 6, so if you didn't like it, you might not play Black Ops 7 either. But let me know down in the comments what you think. Hopefully, if there's more information coming forward, I'll be able to bring that out to you guys as it comes out. But for now, I'm going to leave you with that, and I'll see you in the next one.